Welcome everybody, let's take a look at Annie and her new constellation. So Annie used to be this way, used to be played this way. You were using Dreadway Chase Gun, preferably 2 of those, and a King Spirit or Chameleon Necklace. If you do not have this, a King Spirit Epic Relic, free to play Epic Relic. The idea was to play Annie 1-drop, get 4 warning shots that would be at least 12 damage total. If you have 1 smith, that will be like 20 damage in just 1 round. And then you sacrifice Annie and you repeat and you just kill enemy. That's 24 to 40 damage round 1, maybe round 2. So let's take a look at champion level progression. I doubt that something changed. Yeah, Tibbers has Nomad's Medallion, Mana Potion, this should also be a skill potion too. Yep, Shadow Totem, this is our finisher, like, it's kind of our finisher. This is an extremely important card. Spell Shield, great choice. Savage Shield, why not? Elixir of Skill, so King Spirit is actually a fine spell. This has been changed, I see. So her 4 stars is Radiant Party. I guess that giving her even more damage would have been just weird, especially considering that her 3 stars is your spells and skills deal 2 extra damage. So this could have been another Pyromania, this could have been like Elemental Winds or something. Radiant Party is kind of fine. It helps her to play on board. This hand has even more damage now. So when I do monthly guides, I usually say that, well, you see, Irelia, 3 mana 5/4 creature, has 4 health, and a lot of Noxus champions have Death Hand plus 2 damage, which makes Noxus actually pretty good into Irelia. Like Darius has Constellation Upgrade, Death Hand has plus 2 damage, right? So this is 3 mana, deal 4 to 1 enemy. If we look at Samira, she has Death Hand plus 2 damage, exactly the same. And Annie now has exactly the same upgrade, which is just funny, but alright, that's okay. So she has plus 2 damage, she has another plus 2 damage, this is 3 mana deal 6. This will probably help her into some deadly encounters, but she has Disintegrate anyway. Prefect has Ancient Coin, so this card is like our finisher, not bad. This Prefect will be playable round 2, and you can like stun any enemy using this spell round 1. I do not think that it will actually make difference, but who knows, we will see. Experience, yep, that's what I will upgrade right now. Reroll, Mana Flow, this is what I will not be doing. Your Supra champions have Looted Stepest. This is actually great. I really love all these interesting upgrades, like your Supra champions have Titanic Hydra, or whatever that was. Your Supra champions have Chosen by the Stars. Your Supra champions may have even what could be pretty good. Imagine if we get Nar Constellation and it will be your Supra champions have Beast Within, which means that you do not have to use one. This would be so cool. So when we were theory crafting for fun any constellation back in April, we had a very fun idea. So Jay's constellation is Let me actually show you. Jace, where are you? When you play something, deal 10 to random enemy or the enemy nexus if there is none. And we had this wild idea for any, which is just, it was a joke, but it was relevant. When you play something spell, disintegrate random enemy. If there are no enemies, disintegrate enemy nexus. This would have been hilarious. Well, right now it's really hard to say if any will be any different at 3 stars, at 4 stars, at 5 stars without this 6-star upgrade. Like, you get all these upgrades and it's just the same. You're playing pretty much the same any. You're just doing everything better and faster, but your playstyle, your gameplay is just the same. So it's really hard to tell if she is any different. Her 6 stars is definitely interesting. Your skills activate an additional time, which means that you have opportunity to play any on board, and you have raiding party, which will be another reason to play through winning on board. Annie has elemental skill when she attacks, Molten Shield, which means that when she levels up, you deal 3, you deal 5 to enemy blocker and stun it, and second Molten Shield will always go to enemy nexus, most likely. So this is like, this is already some damage for free. Then we have this body, Sabotage. It will happen twice, so this is just 6 damage for 1 mana. Okay, interesting. This will always either stun through enemy spell shield, or it will stun and deal like 4 damage to enemy. And if you disintegrate enemy before that, this will always kill. So a pretty neat combo. Like, you're playing into Deadly, you stun one creature through her 2-star upgrade, then you disintegrate enemy and play Spellslinger. So you already have some protection for round 2 when enemy has attack token. This is okay. And then on round 3, when you have attack token, you have like Annie on board, Saboteur on board, and you level up Annie. This looks good. Also, this body right here, it deals 3 damage. It will deal 3 damage twice, right? And you might start winning round 4 into any encounter. Like, this will just kill enemy at his attack token, most likely. And also this Cruelback, deal 3, deal 5, Shadow Totem, deal 5 twice, deal 5 twice, which is already 20 damage, and level up for Annie if you attack with just Annie and Cruelback. This is a pretty neat combo. Like, I don't know if this is good enough. I don't think this is good enough for like Aurelian Soul in Arcane. I don't think this is good enough into enemies that have 70 plus health, but on average this looks good enough without any high rolls. 1 reroll and 100 gold. This is okay. I probably would have preferred two rerolls because, well, she is aggro tempo deck, you probably want more rerolls, but reroll is a prestige resource, and usually only Piltover and Zone champions have that. Tragedy. This is a very valuable upgrade that is blocked by 6 stars. Yeah. Well, at this point, I don't think that... Yeah, any just cannot be A+, higher than A+ tier without 6 stars and this upgrade. Like, you're not having this. If you do not have this, means that without 6 stars you're not really that great. Why do I see this ephemeral and stuff? So I'm looking forward to complete Viego, Lissandra, and probably something else with just 4-star any, probably without any epics, we will see. I was not given any challenge yet, I didn't sign up to anything, but it will happen pretty soon. And also let's discuss emotional support beer. So this is power. Game start, shuffle 3 beers, Tibbers, into your deck. Your Tibbers cost 2 less and have +5/+5. Enid's level 4 is Tibbers has Nomad's Medallion, -2 mana cost. So this Tibbers will be 2 mana 10/10. 10/10. Tip 10/10. What? And honestly, if you're just someone that doesn't have this huge collection of free-to-play relics, like look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that's like 20. It takes 20 months, maybe even more, to get all those free-to-play epics. And if you just started playing a couple of months ago, and you're not praying to get like Beast Within, Big Guns or something really good next month, and you see this emotional support beer in your Glory store, actually this might not be the worst choice. Well, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that, well, you see, I got Beast Within just like third to the last relic just in probably July this year. Although I've been playing since 2022, this is not an argument, but the argument is collecting every epic relic free-to-play will take you almost 2 years, and if you see this one, well, this is okay to buy. Just use critical thinking if someone tells you that this is bad. This is 4 out of 10 probably, yeah, this is probably 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 for any, and 4 out of 10 in average, because this is not really versatile, but you do not have option because collecting every free-to-play relic will take you 2 years. Just be mindful about that. These Tibbers will be fearsome, 4 mana 10/10 on average, and it has elemental skill. Snorlax. Cat wants some attention, she wants to play. Elemental skill, stun enemy, then deal 2 to all stunned enemies and damage or damaged enemies. So let's think about some combinations. Interesting. It can work on Ambessa, right? What? Oh boy. And we're back. Tragedy happened. So Ambessa can be pretty interesting combination, right? If you're like playing budget. You're playing Tibbers on 4 mana, round 2, round 3. Then you play copy L8 minion, and suddenly you have 2 Tibbers that can just attack, and they will be 12/12. Pretty neat combo. Anivi definitely should be extremely strong with Tibbers, because he has elemental skill, right? Any is fine, of course. Probably Bard. Well, Bard right now has Chemtech Duplicator, Echoing Spirit, and Beast Within is just best in slot. So if there will be something different, like something that can be changed about this combo of relics, then Tibbers might be okay. What if Bard will have in Constellation actual Chemtech Duplicator, right? Darius? Well, when we play Darius, we want just raw stats on board, and Tibbers will be 4 mana, 14-0 Overwhelm. That's pretty huge. 4 mana, 14-10. Actually pretty good. I definitely would be playing that if I get a chance. Elder Dragon obviously is pretty strong. You have allies that have base cost 6+, cost 2 less. And Tibbers is base cost 4+. 6+, sorry. So it will be 4 mana, 10-10. Actually 2 mana, right? Echo. Echo has Wild Inspiration, and he is 2-star upgrade. Your created cards cost 1 less, so it will be playable round 1 if you have mana flow. So Tibbers will be 3 mana, 10-10. And the best part about Tibbers right here is, usually such relics as shuffle 3 something into your deck, like these things mean that you will be really unstable at finding these cards. You have pretty good chances of finding these cards within first fight, within second fight, but after that it will be really hard. Like it will be really unstable right after you get Super Champion, because Tibbers will be like every 10th card. And on Echo we will find Tibbers through predictions. Tibbers will be +2/+2 every time we predict. It will have random keyword, and it's actually a very promising combo. So if person is a fan of Echo, a fan of predicting and drawing stuff, this is really good. This is actually viable. Not sure about this. Fiddlesticks. I mean, Fiddlesticks is viable with just any relic. Any combination of relics is fine. You can use Guardian Angel, you can use Beast Within, you can use Echoing Spirit, you can use simple rare relic Mass Overwhelm, you can use Stalker's Blades, you can use Spell Shield, it's all fine. You have a lot of freedom while playing Fiddlesticks. Heimerdinger might actually be not the worst too, because, well, I got these 2 epic relics that I'm using right now on Heimer. I got them just this year, like after 2 years of playing this game. And before this I was using Corrupted Star Fragment to get rid of some units to empty, to get some space on board. And I've been using Found Fortune. Draw the highest cost card that costs less than my base cost, and Tibbers will be 4. So Heimerdinger has no 4 drops in his deck. You're guaranteed to find Tibbers for free and play it for free. Heimerdinger on his own feels like really terrible to play. 5 mana, 2/4, and he's just a combo piece. You're not really getting much instantly. So yeah, great combo. Jack. When you refill mana, give allies +1/+0 this round and deal 1 to all enemies. So we refill mana, probably by playing like this body, a tune. A tune will deal 1 to all enemies. Then we use coins to refill mana to like 4 mana. And then we play Tibbers, so every enemy is damaged by 1, and then Tibbers is summoned and deals 2 to every enemy again. This is great. One problem is that Jack already has 4 drop himself, or drop this spell, and we will have another 4-drop. This is not really enjoyable, but that's okay. Jhin, I'm not sure. Jhin, you will stun, you will skill, you will deal. That's okay, but well, maybe at his 6 stars, but like you're supposed to win on 6 stars anyway. Also, Tibbers will be 4 cost. Feels authentic. No, don't think so, do not think so. Mordekaiser, yeah, definitely. This body was pretty much the same problem. I didn't have Packed Powder, I was using just Disciple of Shadows and probably Guardian Angel, just to have opportunity to play Mordekaiser. Like, I wanted to level him up before I win, just for fun purpose. This body has a lot of freedom too. Like right now he is pretty much mediocre. Without Constellation and with power level being the way it is right now, he is actually 4 out of 10 character. I tend to use him at least twice every monthly, but there are a lot of problems with him. And well, if you do not have other epic relics, it's definitely really viable on him. So you will have a 4-drop that will count towards his level up twice, right? Allies with 5+ power count twice. Then also, when you revive ally, give it +2/+0 and overwhelm. So Tibbers will be deathless. Because of this, indestructible gain deathless. And it will also have overwhelm, so great. Pretty much you do not need other stuff. You have something and you're buffing this something and it just works. Well, Nila is in a weird spot. You can experiment with her doing some wild stuff, like I'm using usually Oath of the Guardians and 1 or 2 Star Gems. This is my new fun per hour build. But the best thing about Nila is that you draw a lot of stuff. Draw 1 fleeting at next round start. Each round the first 2 fleeting units or spells you play will be copied. So you draw a lot. You actually will be able to find that Tibbers in your whole 40+ cards deck at the very last fight, right? And once you play Tibbers, you will play 2 of them. So if it happens, it will be extremely powerful. And Nila, on her own, she is fairly weak. And this will be at least satisfying. Pike, Warren... Nori is okay, I guess. Tibbers will be 13A11. This is... And he will also shuffle Mysterious Portal into top of your library. Not bad. Samira probably not, but Set. This will be hard. Like, it's actually playable in a way that you can play a Set as early as possible, then you stun 2 enemies, create coin, you play Tibbers and he will deal damage to stunned enemies, but well, usually if you can afford this combo, it means that you are already winning, or probably just like you're supposed to have other combinations that are better. If you have so much stuff, so much mana to do stuff, then you would probably do something else than this combo. But this is still something interesting and something. Victor, well, definitely at 6 stars this is really great, but well, recommending something for 6 stars is not point of this channel. I'm not using even mana flow. Why would I recommend something for 6 stars, right? But I guess if you do not have this epic relics and you just happen to have a lot of Piltover and Zone Nova crystals, yeah, this is interesting combo. Volibear, Tibbers will be Titanic. You can actually play him like round 2 if you play something like this round 1. This will be really interesting, really strong. And by the way, Volibear, like, I've completed 6-star Tima, 6-star, 6.5 stars Ezreal with just this build. I'm playing budget Volibear. All you need in his constellation is this Shadow Totem. So you go 3 stars and you go here. This is your protection, and this is also your offense. This is not really meaningful, this is pretty strong, this is not really meaningful, yeah. What else? Warwick is okay, because you can use Blood Hunt to make enemies damaged, and Tibbers will deal damage to damaged enemies. This is pretty straightforward, but not really impactful. This is just, well, if you happen to have Tibbers, yeah, this is a combo, that's okay. Yasuo, at 3 stars you will stun enemy every round, and Tibbers will deal damage to that enemy. Overall, probably emotional support beer is like B+, but if you do not have other free-to-play epic relics, like, feel free to use it. It's not really that mediocre, it's pretty strong, it's raw stats, and sometimes you're at such power level that you just need raw stats. That's okay. And probably actually... no. Condenser could be interesting combo. This is digging in the wrong direction, but if you just manage to do this combo, you play Tibbers, you create another Tibbers and such, this probably would have been interesting. And also, we're discussing Annie, right? I had a wild idea that Annie could be pretty good using, well, first of all, one relic that I really want to use. Shock and Knife obviously should be pretty strong. I'm looking forward to use... not this one. Deck of Destiny. Power game start, create a wild card. And wild card is actually skill. And you have Pyromania, which means that you will deal 2 extra damage on every skill. Her 6 stars is your skill happen twice. So it will be... a wild card will be played twice. And this seems actually interesting. This is a silly way to waste a relic slot, but if you're just playing... like, if you do not have a plan for this adventure, if you're just playing, this is pretty strong. This should be good. Also, gold card will help you for 1 mana, or for 2 mana, no, for 1 mana it should be, yeah, 1 cost wild card. You will be able to stun 2 enemies and go to enemy phase, just like that. Yeah, this is interesting. And also, Whisper might be actually playable. Your skills deal 1 extra damage per stunned enemy. Especially with that gold card combo, like, this might actually be the weirdest but viable and strong combination of relics. And by the way, there is just no champion that can use Whisper correctly. This might be the first case. Well, that's it for Annie.